last hour, a new interview with Harry Kane has been released. Given what we've heard from that interview, can you offer any reassurance, or do you believe that the Leicester game will be Harry's final game in a Tottenham shirt?
No, in terms of the interview, I know something's been published, but I've not listened to it. I've not watched it. I've not heard anything because I've been out on the training pitch. I've been preparing for a game at the weekend, so it's a game that's important for us. We need to win. We're going to go there to win, and Harry's going to be part of that as well. So they're the only comments I have on it, to be honest.
Just reflecting on your own career as well for a moment. Obviously, your playing career ended early, and perhaps you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve as a player. Can you therefore understand a fellow player when he says that he doesn't want to end his career with any regrets at all?
No, of course. No player wants to end their career with regrets. I don't think any human being likes having regrets either. So it's normal. It's normal. I think if you speak to any player in the world, they'll probably say the same. So like I've said before, my attention, and I know every player's attention, is on the weekend. And then the summer is the summer. Next season's next season. But at the moment, the only conversations that I've had or that we'll be having will be about the game at the weekend with not only Harry, but also every other player in the squad as well.
If he manages to score maybe one or two over the weekend, it might add a few more million perhaps onto a price tag. He mentioned in this interview about £100 million, and that might be his peak value. He says that perhaps that won't get any higher over the next couple of years. But from your point of view and from what you've seen of Harry, do you think that his stock can rise still further?
I think, first of all, I hope Harry scores a couple at the weekend, because I think his performances this season have warranted the Golden Boot. I think he's the best player in the Premier League. He's got the most assists, and hopefully from an individual point of view, he gets a Golden Boot as well. And in doing that, he helps Tottenham Hotspur get 3 points at the weekend. That's the most important thing. I can't speak on transfer value and people's stock and all that, because in football, things change so quickly. So at the moment, Harry's a Tottenham player, and he's going to be involved at the weekend. And like I said, hopefully he can win the Golden Boot.
Have to be there all those years under Pochettino, where it was basically the same squad after year. Didn't change actually that much, to be fair, under Mourinho. How much does it need to be changed? A lot this summer, regardless of what happens with Harry.
I think things will happen in the summer because there's a managerial place that needs to be taken. So firstly, I'm sure that will happen. And then, like I say, to echo the chairman's words about getting back to the DNA of this football club. And it's important you build something. All successful clubs recently, and as years gone by, have had time to build something. They've wanted to go in a certain direction and work a certain way. And yeah, I agree with the chairman. I think we do need to build something, definitely, and hopefully we will. These things can take time sometimes. Sometimes they can be quick. You look at a team like Liverpool, for example. I think they've finished 8th twice in the last decade. But under Jurgen Klopp, that time they built something. They won the league, and the feeling is different. So this football club, we have foundations there to build something, and hopefully that can happen.
Hello, Ryan. Ryan, sorry, in this latest interview Harry's Kane's done, he said he wants to play with Kevin De Bruyne. So is this where his future is going to be, Man City?
Oh, like I said, I wasn't aware of that because I've not heard it, but I'd love to play with Kevin De Bruyne as well. I think every footballer in the world, every footballer in the Premier League is an exceptional player. And from what I know, I've spoken to him a few times, he's an exceptional person as well. So I think if you ask any footballer in world football right now, would you like to play with Kevin De Bruyne? I think they'd say yes.
And just, do you know what's going to happen with Gareth Bale? Will it be any chance of him coming back to Tottenham next season?
I'm not sure. I've not had those conversations. We'll probably, or the club, will have those conversations at the end of the season. But after this game at the weekend, then he goes back to his parent club. He's a Real Madrid player. So these conversations, these situations, I'm not sure of. I just know that hopefully he's going to help us at the weekend.
How difficult do you think it's going to be for the next manager, whoever that may be at Tottenham, to stamp their own mark on this football club, maybe bring in new players without selling any in the first place?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I can't really answer that question because I don't know the situation with finances. I don't know who's going to come in. I don't know who's going to go out. I think the most important thing probably is who's the manager, because then they will have the conversations of the direction in terms of recruitment or what players they're happy with. And these types of conversations, I'm sure, will happen in the summer. And like I said, I'll go back to the chairman's comments. He said he wants to get back to the DNA of this football club, and hopefully that will happen. I know the chairman cares about that, so hopefully we can build something and be successful.
Right. It's obviously a big summer for Gareth Bale with Wales and the Euros and everything. I think a few fans have thought perhaps that he's got one eye on that and he's not been fully committed to the team. Have you seen that at all? And in your mind, is he in contention to start on Sunday?
No, I completely disagree with that. Personally, Gareth's, listen, I can only speak of my experience in this last 5 weeks with Gareth. He scored 4 goals for this football club in that time. It's been excellent. Last weekend, I think, was the most minutes he's played in the Premier League all season, pushing close to 90 minutes. I think if you were to look at Gareth in that moment, he looked fit, he looked strong. He was brave, he added a different dimension for us, and he has severe quality as well. But that spike in terms of the minutes played, he felt his quad. In terms of him thinking about the summer, I don't believe so, because he was out there the other night. He was playing through some pain, playing through a problem he had for me, for himself, and for the football club. So in terms of Gareth's commitment, Gareth's quality, I think his commitment's been fully there in this moment that I've been here. And in terms of his quality is never going to leave him. I think you see that every time he's on the football pitch.